Top Picks is brought to you by Questrade, where you can trade stocks from 95 cents.
We have the top picks now of David Burrows. He's President and Chief Investment Strategist at Barometer Capital Management. Let's talk about CI Financial here. You bought this most recently in mid-October. Clearly, you've got some sort of theme in mind here with CI.
Sure. So this is an interesting one for us. We believe in finding sectors that have been out of favor for a long period of time. Certainly, equity managers were not in favor for a long time. We look for groups that are seeing new net buyers. We look for the companies within those sectors that have been able to grow through a difficult environment. And when we look at CI, CI has a group of funds that have had good performance. They're very strong marketers. They're getting good, strong net inflows. I think that they've added about $3 billion in assets through the first 9 months of the year. And they have shareholders who do like to get paid, large shareholders, so they've got a strong dividend policy. We have personal experience with CI in that we resigned from running a couple of funds from them a year ago and to launch a new fund, our Income Advantage Fund. But at the same time, knowing that they were very strong on the cost front, we bought their shares. So the shares have had a great year. We think that there's lots of runway going forward. And ultimately, you want to own companies that have come through difficult periods with success. And I think CI's done that.
There you go, CI Financial. The Home Depot, HD. I asked the question the other day of somebody on the air, and I said, is this a housing play? And I thought afterwards, what a stupid, of course it was. Of course it's a housing play.
So the reason you want to look at Home Depot is we think, first of all, that with falling inflation and strong cash flows, the consumer's in better shape. We also see a slowly recovering housing market in the U.S. So certainly there is opportunity for revenue growth. Home Depot took market share going through the downturn, and coming out the other side, they've come out very strong. They've returned I believe it's $19 billion to shareholders over the last 2 years. The next 2 years, probably more than that. That's through a combination of share buybacks and dividend increases. So they're going to get mid-teens earnings growth going forward. There's going to be good, strong dividend growth, lots of shares bought back, and they've got a very shareholder-friendly management group there.
Okay, and lastly, LyondellBasell Industries. I always think this is European, is it, or?
Well, it's based in the U.S.,
okay.
but when we look at Lyondell, it's very attractive because it plays on the whole theme of companies that benefit from the rising production of energy in the U.S. We've got the biggest boom going on in the U.S. in 50 years. The same reason we bought energy infrastructure, we like the chemical companies. Lyondell's biggest input cost is natural gas. The cost of natural gas in the U.S. is significantly lower than the rest of the world. So as business improves for industrials, they are supplying polypropylene and ethylene into the industrial U.S. Their sales are focused in the U.S. They've got a big cost advantage against their global competitors. They generate tremendous cash flow. They'll probably grow their earnings 25% a year for the next 3 years. And so if you think the economy is getting a little better and you think this oil boom is going to continue, then this is a company that benefits on both sides.
And it seems to fly under the radar, but tremendous looking chart. And as you said, you've got a yield of over 3% there.
They've returned an enormous amount of cash to shareholders, and it's I think, a very stable company going forward, generating lots of cash.
LyondellBasell Industries, the Home Depot, and CI Financial. Those are top picks of David Burrows. Great to see you. Great insight as usual.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, have a great holiday season.
And to you as well.
All right, David Burrows, our thanks to him. And thanks to you for all your great questions. Stay tuned for more great programming on BNN. I'll see you later on a few shows during the afternoon with a few reports, and then Market Call tonight at 6 o'clock Eastern. Take care.